A catch.
Pretty fly for a white guy.
A dog.
A doctor, but from old times, the kind that had to, like, bleed you out to heal anything. Had sex with a man.
Done cocaine.
Unbelievably erotic.
A mess.
I got naked and snuck into our tour manager's bunk and scared him.
I watched JB climb into our tour manager's bunk naked and scare him. Brent, Rambler from August Burns Red.
JB Brubaker, also from August Burns Red.
Okay, so you guys just released your 6th studio album, Found in Faraway Places. So that came out this summer. I've listened to it a few times, and I've been listening to you guys for a while because you're getting old now. You're veterans, right?
We're getting older, not old.
But it's different. You guys have some like country western sounds in there. There's almost like carnival-like themes, some surf rock vibes. How did that happen?
Well, like you said, we've been doing it for a while, and as you are a band for longer and longer, you naturally want to start experimenting with other sounds than the same thing you've been doing for, album after album.
For sure.
So we've been continuing to try to spice up our sound with some untraditional metal moments. And that's definitely something we took a bigger step on with Found in Faraway Places.
Now, how do you find people are adapting to that? Everyone digs it?
I don't think everyone digs it,
Yeah.
but I think that most of our fans dig it. And if we wrote, Messengers and Constellations 4 times since we released those, I think people would be really bored with the band by now. So It's kind of a necessary evil.
It's cool. I mean, I really like it.
Thank you. Me too.
Now, so this album also talks about things that you guys would change in the environment and society. So what would you say, which issue and song kind of means the most to you about something you would want to change?
Probably The Wake. Just because the world we live in is so important. Without it, we obviously have nothing, nowhere to live. And so taking care of it is of the utmost importance. And you have a lot of people that you see just walk down the street, they finish a Coke or whatever, they just throw it in the ground. See people throw things in the gutter, just wash down in the water, which eventually it all leads out into the water, to the ocean. And just like driving around gigantic trucks that just spew out tons of smoke and things like that. And obviously we wish there was a better way to tour in the States other than a tour bus, because that isn't helping anything either. But it's just about doing your part to try and make sure that the earth is preserved and saved for generations to come. And being a dad, that's obviously very important to me, to make sure that when my kid's older and then I have grandkids and things like that, that they actually have a nice world to live in and not some big trash pile.
I agree with that. That's something I've thought about before too, is, we grew up as kids, we were able to jump in the lake.
Yep.
Our kids might not be able to do that years from now. It might not be safe for them, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just getting more and more gross, so
Yeah.
do
Now,
something.
Exactly. So with your new album, you guys did something that you've never done before, correct? Guest vocals?
We had guest vocals and constellations.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay, my bad. But what made you guys bring Jeremy from A Day to Remember in to do vocals on Ghosts?
Well, we've known Jeremy for a long time. We're old tour buddies. We've toured with A Day to Remember quite a bit. And when that part was written and just what we heard, we thought it would be perfect for him to jump in and do vocals. And obviously, Day to Remember is a rather large band, so being able to have him come and do the song, it was a great bump for us. And then he likes the band. He's a fan of the band, so he was happy to do it. He wrote down some lyrics, sent everything over, and we all really dug it. There really wasn't much back and forth. I don't think we changed a thing, did we? No, we didn't change anything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys had fun with it then?
Yeah, it was great.
Great. Now, one thing that I've noticed about you guys, doing some research on you guys, looking online, is you guys inspire a lot of people on a daily basis. But of course, we're all human beings. No one here is more superior than anyone else. So I'm sure there must be times when a fan has kind of inspired you or taught you guys something. Can you think of any particular situations where that might have happened?
Yeah. I have a buddy named William who I met through Twitter. He was just a fan of the band who was following me, and I tweeted something out about baseball cards, and he knew all about them, and we got to chatting, and like he's now one of my best friends.
Cool.
And it just kind of happened through just a random interaction because of him knowing about the band, and I guess maybe I don't know how he inspires me, but he's like a really important person in my life, and I would have never met him without, just that random chance of him replying to a tweet.
Cool.
So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. What about you? Any fans in particular?
I mean, there's a lot of people like that we meet all the time. There's people who come out to shows that, or come out for the Make-A-Wish program and things like that. We have this guy, Zach, that we met a long time ago. He came on stage and played drums. And it's just people like that maybe aren't dealt the best hand right off the bat, and they still come out to shows. They're still living life to the fullest and having fun with everything, even though they aren't maybe in the best situation. And I think there's too many people like that to even just pick out one. Like I said, we were meeting people a couple times a week on War.Our, who have various different illnesses and things like that. And the fact that they're there having a blast and being able to live life, even though they might have some kind of scary situation, is inspiration enough.
Awesome. Now, what is something that your fans might not know about you? Something different. Something different that we don't know about you.
All the things that I would have wanted to reveal to fans at this point.
Oh.
All the things that I would have wanted to reveal to fans about myself at this point have been revealed. Everything else is very secretive. I don't know what something new I could lend. I clinched a spot in the ABR Fantasy Football League this week, and I think Brent was mathematically eliminated. That's new information that no one's going to care about.
Yeah. The problem is all the deep, dark stuff no one really cares about. Social media has ruined.
Everyone wants to know.
Social media has ruined
Everyone
secrets.
loves a scandal, right?
Like, we're not scandalous. There's nothing scandalous about August Burns Red. Maybe that's a problem. I don't know. But, not having a scandal really kind of eliminates you from a lot of press and covers and things like that. We're not interesting enough. But, I don't know.
I think you guys are interesting. I watched your little documentary on YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
Because your singer does that Todd impression, right?
Okay.
Yes.
So, like, is that okay with you guys? Or do you guys kind of think sometimes, like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Yeah, sure. I think that on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jake
Cool.
has all kinds of guys. I mean, he's got Todd, and then he has Darnell. What's the girl? Shannon. Kelly Shannon Dupree.
Okay.
And then he just has a bunch of different characters. Todd's just one of them.
Yeah.
Todd's just the one that made it on camera, so he's the most popular with the fans.
Okay.
So, but yeah, people love Todd.
I'd like to meet him sometime. He
Maybe you
seems
will.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
So what's on your playlist on this tour? What are you guys doing to pass the time on these long drives? What are you listening to?
I am sleeping most of the time.
Okay.
On these long drives.
All right.
Well, Brent and I both been listening to the latest Death Heaven album a lot.
Cool.
I've been listening to the latest Me I Thought You record.
Okay.
It's called Pale Horses or Pale Horse. I can't remember if it's plural or not, which is pathetic, but I've been listening to
It's
it a
all
lot.
good.
And I really like the latest AWOL Nation record as well. It's called Run.
Yeah.
So those are 3 albums that I've been listening to.
So not something we would expect from you guys. That's for sure.
I don't know. I mean, as far as a band that sounds like our band,
Yeah.
Yeah, not so much.
No, not so much. You just have to play with them every night. And
I mean, I like ABR.
Yeah.
I'm happy to play our songs.
Okay, no, you guys are obviously awesome, and we're really excited to see you tonight. But there's a lot of people out here. I kind of took to Reddit to say, hey, what would you guys want to ask August Burns Red? And the number one thing was, what advice would you guys give to other musicians out there trying to break through?
Well, super boring, but practice makes perfect.
Okay.
Practice your ass off, both as an individual and as a band, so that you can be the best live band you can be. Because I think that that's where you're going to attract the most people, unless you're like some virtuoso at your instrument and can blow up on a YouTube or online. Then you're going to want to turn heads when you play shows. So make the most of your opportunities, prepare, and understand that things don't happen overnight, and it's a grind, and it takes a long time to, I guess, turn a band in your garage into a career. So you got to have patience.
What about you? Final words?
As far as that topic goes, yeah, I mean, I think one really important thing is to record a quality demo.
Yeah.
Don't do it in your basement. Don't do it with some guy. Put out the money to get a good demo, because no record label wants to be handed some crappy garage band recording.
It's true.
I think that really goes a long way. Also, play shows. I think a lot of bands right now think that if they just get popular on social media, then that's great, and that'll really do things for them. But you have to play shows. You have to practice playing shows. You have to get good on the local level before you'll ever be anything past that.
Yeah. Great. Well, thanks for the advice, guys.
Yep, thank you.
Stoked for tonight, Toronto.
Can't wait.
Yeah.